Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Okay, so starting the video off, this is a refrigerator shelf, one of those refrigerator door shelves. We broke it. The replacement is not going to be here for 6 to 8 weeks, so gluing is not going to be an option. However, we do have this plastic welding kit that we are going to try out and see how it works. For one, it comes with a case, which is absolutely awesome because I don't know if this is going to be something I'm going to be using all the time, but when it's here, that's going to be a sure good thing for sure. So these are some just plastic accessories that comes with it for mending a bunch of different pieces of plastic that you may have. So we're not going to be using that. We're going to be using the staples, I guess I call them. And then this is the attachment. Then you got some melting accessories for that plastic kit. Pair of snips, very handy. And it comes with a utility knife, which I was not expecting, but can never have enough of these. So let's get this going. And what we're going to do is basically plug this in. And in my case, I have a plug right here, which comes in handy. And then, so this is going to be kind of hard to put together, to say the least. One, because it is broken, and it broke into 3 different pieces. So, like, I got to kind of figure out the contour of the brake. So we're going to put this down here like that. And put that together like that, and I think that is how we are going to save it, and that actually fits pretty good. So first things first, I'm going to put a weld piece right there. Let's open up this bag, and we got a couple different variety ones that we can use. And I think we're probably going to use maybe this bag for now, but again, there's a whole bunch of unique, but I like that design. That's going to get a really good fit, I think. So what we do is we'll get a couple of these out, and then what you do is you put this in here, kind of sits like that, and then you basically hold it, and you can see how instantly that gets hot and fire red. Look at that. Okay, so let me hold this piece in here, and let me get a better weird angle upside down. So, and then we're just going to turn off, hold there for a quick second, and then pull out really quick. Now, immediately, that has given that some sort of form and structure, which is good. I think we're going to put another one down here, and then we'll get them more set up and organized. But I just want to get it in here now. These ends might be a little hot, so be careful. So we'll load that in. We'll get that bent in, and again, watch how fast that heats up to basically fire red. Pretty awesome. So we're going to put that right here. We're going to let go. Wait a second, and then pull out. And that, I mean, that is really good. And we're going to turn this around onto this side and do kind of like the same thing. Make sure the bottom is kind of set in the right way, which I think we are. I just bumped the camera, so if it's moving, I apologize for that. And I think that is going to be how we're going to go with that one. I think like that, and I can kind of work down that way. But again, absolutely love this thing. Okay. And again, upside down, because it's kind of a, actually, I think we can go right side here. So heat that up, get it fire red. And then we'll put that to the plastic right there. Wait a couple seconds, and then pull out real quick. And again, that has some form to it. We're gonna put another one over here. And I think you get it so far. So for the rest of this, I think I might go a little bit faster. And if it does pop out like that, don't touch it because it is going to be super hot. So let's get that situated here like this. We'll put this one a little bit more towards the top. Fire red. As soon as it gets fire red, man, you can feel the heat coming off of that. Okay. Let that kind of like melt in and pull that apart. And so that's a little bit of a flex joint. I think you can kind of see how that is holding together. Now we're going to work across the cracks, but I'm going to put one at the bottom there just so it's structurally more sound and it holds. And I said these get all tangled up. Another one there. Okay. Put this a lot lower. Okay. Wait a quick second, pull out. So now I have to lay this down, and the only way I can do that is if I snip these edges off. So again, it is still pretty warm. I can kind of feel it, but let's cut these ends off. And if you got like a rotary tool or something, I would definitely buff those down. But again, we have structure to this now, and there is some integrity to it. So I'm squeezing on that, and that is not moving. So that's really cool. But again, I wanted to put some more because this seems very unstable back here. So let's get these a couple more spots. Okay, I'll put one across here. And we'll take it off. Pull up after a couple seconds, and that is important. Let it sit for a couple seconds so it structurally holds everything together. And they do get very tangled up. But, okay. I think that crack looks okay. But we're going to put one right here. Great thing is how fast that heats up. And again, we'll put a couple down here. Gluing something like this would definitely not work. If you're like me, you've tried gluing stuff like this before and it just doesn't hold. I didn't let that one cool down fast enough. All right, that's good. Just kind of give you a view how we're doing so far. And then this one that fell before is nice and cooled down. Red it and get gets super hot really fast. Okay, so again, Frankenstein's monster. And did you know that that Frankenstein is the name of the doctor, not the name of the monster? The monster actually has no name in the novel. So some trivia there for you. And I think I might put one more there. That's the great thing about this kit is you can actually fix on the go. And again, this thing is, I've done fenders with this as well. So I had some older cars and they just needed some TLC, and some of those vinyl fenders ripped, and this was the only thing that I was able to fix that with. Okay, so cut each nib off as low as you can, and they do go flying, so be aware of that. And again, I'll run over this with some, like a Dremel, I think, to file them down. Okay, so that's what you're looking at. Finished product. I'm going to file those little nubs down, but again, it's nice and rigid. It's going to hold drives until the replacement one arrives, and so it's functional. Not pretty, but it's functional. Okay, so this is the repaired shelf. So we're going to see how it fits, and perfect fit again. And like I said, it's not the prettiest, but I wanted to cover that water filter up so there's no problems. And it is sturdy enough where you could actually put stuff in there. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mall, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.